called an alpha carbon. The alpha carbon is the one that is connected to these 4 different groups. It's not the carboxylic acid one, right? It's this one. So here's this, you've got H on this side, your nitrogen containing group over here, whatever your side chain is, that's R stands for your side chain, and then your carboxylic acid one. The L, just by convention, L means the nitrogen containing group is on the left, and if you remember, you can write this in 2 different ways. This can be an NH2, and this can be a C double bond OH, and then there's no charge, or you can write it like this, because this is how it would dissociate in water, right? The hydrogen would come over and from the OH to the nitrogen. And that confers a charge, and it allows it to interact in specific ways. Unless I'm caring about the charge, I'm not going to ask you about that. You should just remember that, so that if I'm writing it one way versus the other, you're going, oh, she's just writing it in the charged way versus the uncharged way. And it really depends on the pH of the solution, whether or not that is in play. In physiologic conditions, we're mostly looking like this. Okay, so, yeah, here are all, like I said, if you need to know which one is which. There are some that we're going to care more about, right? So we just talked about the alanine cycle. Here's alanine, right here. And we're going to talk about which amino acids are ketogenic, and which are not, and which are gluconeogenic, and which are not. And it's going to depend on these side chains, so when we need a specific side chain, we're going to come back and look it up. But there's no point in memorizing all of them, because then it just gets mud. Unless you're great at it. If you're great at it, go for it. But otherwise, we'll just come find them when we need them. Okay. All right. Now here, this is the next, and this is the last concept we'll do today. Because we've done, I know, today was super heavy lifting, so you can see why I was so happy with this record. Because putting this into 9 weeks would be even worse than putting it into 10.
How about 5 weeks for next quarter?
Well, at least I get 2 days per week. So, so we'll see. But it's not, once we get this, it goes faster in the second part, but it's not as